Welcome back, Bravehearts all over the world. Australia, China, Russia, Canada, United States. I'm in Zihuatanejo, Mexico. I'm at the Braveheart Nation Studios, and tonight what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be doing the 6-day advanced water fast, the ultimate fountain of youth. Now, today is only going to be part one. We're going to go through diet and nutraceuticals about a 6-day advanced water fast. Then tomorrow, same time, same place, okay, we're going to be doing part two, where we're going to talk about exercises and we're going to talk about strategies and therapies, internal and external. I want to tell you something. I wish that I would have realized the power of the human being when I was younger. Well, when I was younger, I was that. And then by the time that I could walk and talk, I was losing it, until by the time I was a teenager, I was lost. And then I stayed lost almost until I was 30 years old. Oh yeah, I was in the health business, but I was lost because I didn't understand the power of the heart. Okay, I only knew the power of the mind, and my mind was a landmine, and I was tripping over it all the time. And I'm going to tell you something that's really important to me, is that everything that is so simple and logical is so powerful, and they've hidden it from us. You know, we're going to be talking about the 6-day advanced water fast today, and guess what people are doing out there still? They're doing what? They're doing water fasts. Understand something. One of the most dangerous things that you can do is a water fast. Now, I'm not going to tell you that somebody's going to pass away from a water fast, but I will tell you they're going to feel like they want to. And we will get right into this in just a few minutes, but I want to talk about that issue, and I want to also talk about what I believe to be the main pillars of eating correctly, okay? And I want you to understand something. Eating is not the most efficient way to get energy. Smiling is, okay? Processing through the heart, okay? Touching that God spot in the heart and living your life in gratitude. I'm going to talk about that when we go through this. And there's 4 steps that you really need to take, and you need to take them every day, and you need to do them until you don't have to think about it anymore, because guess what? Anything you repeat long enough and strong enough becomes a prominent, dominant belief system, and then you're just a robot to a certain degree, okay? But you still have, okay, the vibration of a human being, that you are learning new things all the time. And I'm talking about the only place that's really is a robot is called the subconscious. And understand something. 99% of the population works from the subconscious, but the problem is, okay, is not that they work from the subconscious, but the subconscious, they don't own it. The subconscious is owned by corporations, by government, and by religion, okay? And the reality is this: from 0 to 7, we know there's no filters. We know that whoever was around you, whatever they said or whatever they did, okay, all right, that became my life. That became your personality. So the way you perceived it, the way you looked at it, because you had no filters at the time, okay, is what created your personality. And guess what? I traded my personality in when I was 30 years old, but I had to trade it in a piece at a time, because it takes a long time to work with that, because the subconscious was programmed to be programmed and then not to be deprogrammed by the person that should be owning it. And that's the truth. If you want to hang on to the old right now, you are so gonna get it. You better let go of the old and you better embrace the new. And I'm not talking about the things that we know just aren't right. I'm trying to tell you, we're going into a new world, and you know what? The fight better be over. You better stop fighting. You better start loving yourself and making decisions that are based on loving yourself, and then shining that light on your family and your friends. I'm not going to say any more about it, but let me just say this one thing. And then I know I'm right about this, and it's not I'm right. I'm just, you know what? When it rains, you get wet. And in the next 5 years, okay, we will have more changes on this planet than in the last 50 to 75 years. And I said that yesterday, and I'm going to say it tomorrow. And I'm going to keep repeating things until people understand something, that they must do things to lighten the load on an emotional and on a physical level and bring up their vibration, because if you can fly high enough, these parasites, these snakes, okay, that have legs, they can't touch you. The game is fair when you understand the rules. And you understand that there's one law, and it's called unconditional love throughout the universe, and that's what they want to steal from us. Okay, let's talk about fasting. So anyways, we know that Jesus used to fast. He fasted even up to 40 days. Why? Because he had a weight problem? I don't think so. Did he have a disease? No, he didn't. Okay, was he at ease? Well, maybe he wasn't at ease about the way things were going, but the reason why Jesus fasted was Jesus was more of a yogi than anything else, and he also fasted because he wanted to bring his vibration up, and he wanted clarity, and he wanted to be closer to what he called God or creation. That's the way I see the story myself, and it might be different for you, but guess what? This is my story, and I'm going to write it like that because it's as much as I can get from a story that's that old. But the reality is that Jesus, when he did a water fast, what kind of pristine water was he drinking? How much oxygen was in the air then? Was there any 5G? Was there any blue light? Was there anybody trying to do heavy metal poisoning to the food, to the water, okay, and to the air? I don't think so. Was there Netflix or was there TV trying to poison his mind, and he didn't even realize it because he wasn't just being entertained, he was being entertrained, okay? So the reality is none of that was going on. And he wasn't really doing it for a detox, but yes, he was renewing his life, his body, but mostly he was bringing up his vibration. And you know what? Bringing up your vibration and your frequency and protecting that field should be the most important thing you do down here. From the people you hang around with, what you drink, what you think, what you eat, what you do. I love you, I love me. That's what we need to do here. So now, let's come here right now. First of all, we've never been so toxic in our life. And the reality is I've never been so pure. I'm not telling you I'm pure. I'm saying I'm just purer than I was. So meanwhile, the earth it's so-called the planet Earth is being poisoned on all levels, and everybody's complaining about their doctor, complaining about there's nothing to eat, everything's poison, we're all going to die, and I've never been healthier in my life. So I call BS, bad science, bad belief systems, and guess what? You've just never loved yourself or cared for yourself enough that you made the choices that you need to. So the reality is, so let's go and do this. Let's go right now. There is 92% of the population in the United States, I don't know about anywhere else, any other country right now, that has an autoimmune disease. Holy smokes. Okay? And the majority of the population are on 3 to 5 different prescription drugs. Now let's even forget about the drugs. Let's think about the water they drink, okay, out of plastic jugs, chlorine fluoride, and all the other garbage they're sneaking in there. Let's think about all the snacking. Let's think about the sugar. Let's think about all the carbs. Let's think about, I don't want to say the rest, but blue light, 5G. So the reality is that guess what? The invisible becomes the physical. So whether it's blue light or it's 5G, it becomes a physical dis-ease. Okay, so the invisible becomes the physical, right? So understand this. So now, let's say that we're going to do a water fast. If you want to do a water fast today, do you think that maybe, because we know this, that people, let's take a look at people and let's say that they're like doors. Okay, so I'm trying to open the door, but I can't open the door, right? I can't seem to get there. I can't seem to get where I want to get to. Well, then I'm going to use WD-40 on those hinges so I can just open the door easy, shut the door easy, make it a really easy ride. All right, so let me just tell you this much. So I started about 20 years ago, and I started doing water fasts, and I was calling them advanced water fasts. And then I was using nutraceuticals that would not turn on the Krebs cycle, that would bypass the Krebs cycle, by the way, that wouldn't turn on the digestive tract, but actually would enhance the fast by 500 to 1,000%, depending on the emotional ability of the person, okay, and their willingness to stick to the program. Okay, are you with me? Okay. So, guess what? You know what I was told? What are you doing? This isn't a water fast. You can't do this. A water fast is just using water. You can't use nutraceuticals to do a water fast. That just ruins everything. This is where we get stuck. We can't stay stuck anymore. You get stuck, you're going to get it. You're going to get burnt really bad. You got to be able to adjust to the times. You know, most people are still eating the way their grandparents ate. Most people are eating the way their parents ate. Oh my gosh, we are getting so sold off by the pound. So anyways, I started doing these advanced water fasts, and I'll get people that come and do an advanced water fast. They've never done one before, or they've done one and it totally ripped their face off. Or they did the they did the water fast, not advanced. They did the water fast, and guess what? Their symptoms were down. But guess what? After the fast, they were exhausted. It took them weeks and sometimes months to come back. Because guess what? Today, we're sick and tired. Okay? Most people's adrenals are so flat. Their thyroid is so beat up. Okay? And they're under so much stress because they don't know how to rewrite the story in their subconscious. So, you know, they buy into all this anxiety and drama. And if you don't believe me, just understand something. 9 out of 10 movies that are being made right now are horror flicks, right? Well, that's to create more horror for you so that life isn't worth living, so that you will take the chip. That's right, right here, okay? Oh, I just can't be myself anymore. Well, no, you're really not yourself, because if you found yourself, you would have never done that. If you got your vibration up high enough, okay, you're untouchable. You're untouchable. And if you realize that your spirit is infinite and it has infinite possibility. So now what I did was 30 years ago, I started doing that and dabbling into that and finding out, oh my gosh, people were telling me, you know, I did water fast, but then when I did your advanced water fast, it was so much easier and I got so much better results. I look better, I have more energy. No, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It's all about the suffering, isn't it? Okay? Healing crisis. Are you kidding? Why do we have to have a healing crisis? You know, everything has got to be a crisis. Let's have a healing crisis. Well, guess what? You don't have any healing crisis on this program. If you actually do the things, we're going to go through them. I'll just mention a couple of them, but you know, ultimate coffee enema, therapeutic vomiting, clapping, belly button therapy, vaginal infusion, rectal infusion. Oh man, you're getting real gross, Daryl. Well, the reality is guess what? If you want to turn your life around, then you'll take massive personal action. You'll do what the majority's not doing, and then you will rock your world. And that's it. Did you ever notice that the majority does the same thing that everybody else does and they get the same results, but they just keep on doing it? Really sucks when you don't love yourself, eh? Really sucks when you keep doing the same thing and you're not getting any results, or you're getting yourself into more trouble. The reality is the systems that are on our planet right now, they're not working for us. And this is why I say we rise together. We rise together. Or not at all. We need to rise together. We need to come together. I'm done with that rant. So what we want to do tonight is we're going to kick off the 2-week preparation, okay, and tomorrow night. So it's part 1 and part 2. And we're going to kick off the 2-week preparation. Remember what I said about the rusty hinges? Well, what if you actually went in and you actually lightened the load on an emotional and physical level? What if in 2 weeks, if you did a whole plant-based keto diet, you did the nutraceuticals, and if you don't want to do any of these things, don't. Because you know what? I'm going to have people come on here and go, oh, what a sales pitch. What a sales pitch. Now he's got all these products he can sell. Well, then guess what? Find products that are similar to mine and go do those and then find out if I'm right. The reality is this: as long as it doesn't turn on your digestive tract, if it bypasses the Krebs cycle, you win. Oh, would you rather suffer through it? It's the same thing with life. You've all been programmed that you're supposed to suffer a certain amount of time every day, or you're not alive. I'm not buying into it. I'm not suffering for my family. I'm not suffering for the world. I need to be in the present moment. I need to own it, because people are going to ask for my help, because I am going to be there. I'm going to be clear, and I'm going to be there. You never knew that everybody was your brother and sister, did you? We were all created by the same creator. So let's talk about how we can lessen the load on an emotional and physical level, so that maybe we can find the love for ourselves, so we can find the love for each other. And you know what? Believe me or don't believe me, but fasting will do it. Fasting will do it. Advanced water fasting will change you, not physically, but it will change you on a spirit level. It will change you on a mental level and a physical level. And this is the truth. Excuse me. And yes, I know I talk too much. Okay, now, I'm going to go through a couple more things and that's it. And here's the deal. People say to me, well, what's the most important thing for me to do, Daryl? And I go, well, all we got to do is focus on this. Know this, that there is no carbohydrate that we need. What we need in our lives is trace minerals. And we need much more trace minerals than anybody is even told. I'll talk about that a little bit, okay? I won't go into it too much. But just know this, everybody. Tonight I'm going to be doing part 1 and part 2 tomorrow of the 2-week preparation for the fasting, okay? Now, and then on the third night, I'm going to be doing and walking through all of our nutraceuticals and talking about them. Okay? So that's the plan. All right. So here it is. You want minerals, okay, essential minerals, okay, that have the highest electrolyte charge. And I can tell you right now, take a look at my Ormus minerals, and we can show you studies that our Beyond Ormus minerals have the highest electrical charge of any electrolyte mineral on the planet. And just know this, that usually the dosage that's on everything I have is wrong, because the dosage has to stay low, because I have to stay low and keep my head low. And I think you can figure out why. Okay? Now, so we want essential minerals, okay, trace minerals, essential trace minerals with a high electrical charge. If they don't have a high electrical charge, why take them? Okay, next thing is you want fatty acids. You want fatty acids, lots of fatty acids. And I'll talk more about that as we go through things. Okay, you want amino acids. Yes, protein is important, but don't do too much animal protein. And if you're going to do it, make it organic, and understand something. The poor egg has been beat up, okay, so badly. It was made into a powder. It was made into a liquid. We had to throw away the yolk. I mean, all of this was just BS, bad science and lies, just lies. They lie all the time. They're going to continue to lie. And understand something. Raw eggs are great. Free-range organic eggs, I'll tell you something. I just think they're amazing myself. And then there'll be other people that, you know, they have their point of view. I'm talking about my point of view, and I'm not a heavy protein eater. Okay, I like things in an amino acid where it's really easy for my body to digest. I'm a blood type A. Okay, all right, and A types, their digestion is weaker than the B. Okay, and then the AB. The A is a little bit weaker than the AB, and the B is weaker than the O. And the O, they can almost eat anything, but guess what? They're still going to get bit in the butt. Oh, I can eat as much protein as I want. Yeah. And then you wake up and then you go, oh my God, I went to the doctor and he said I have a tumor the size of a cantaloupe in me. Yeah, well, welcome to your world. Okay, just because you can digest things better doesn't mean that you can process them and eliminate them the way you need to. Okay, all right. So we've got our electrolyte minerals, we've got our fatty acids, we've got our amino acids, and then we want our plant fiber. And these are the things that we want to do when we're looking at the 2-week preparation for the advanced water fast. But you know what? The 2-week preparation for the advanced water fast is basically how I live. About 90-95% of what people do to get ready for an advanced water fast, right? And myself, I fast every day. Okay, I pretty well fast every day. I don't take something in like a blender drink on most days until 1 or 2 o'clock, but I've already done 3 quarts of liquid. Okay, and they will have nutraceuticals in them. So I'm just trying to give you a little bit of a taste of my life. That's all. So I'm always doing intermittent fasting, and then there'll be times when Lori and I are traveling, and guess what? We'll just drink water and our nutraceuticals. And we'll do like SON-formula amino acids, IGF-1, okay? And we'll do a fair bit of that, but we won't eat all day. We'll go the whole day and not even just eat, but making sure we're doing lots of structured water. All right, so let's kick this thing, will we? So welcome to the 6-day advanced water fast, everyone. And thanks for joining me. Okay? All right, so this is a 14-day advanced water fast. For those of you that want to, you can get the nutraceuticals and everything else that's part of the fast, and we put it on sale for everyone. Okay? All right, so if you want to try it out. And just know this, if you decide not to try it out, there are things that I'm going to tell you that you need to do, like the Ultimate Coffee Enema that won't cost you much money. Okay? All right? Clapping, which won't cost you a lot of money. So you'll see when you go through, you can pick the things you want to do or the things you don't want to do. Okay? Just remember something. You don't have to do it all to get it all. You just got to get started. Take that 1 foot and go forward. That 1 baby step. Gentle baby loving steps are going to get you there. Okay? 6-day advanced water fast, the kickoff, Wednesday, August 21st. Okay, that'll be the kickoff, okay? That's 2 weeks from now, and it'll be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? All right, and then we're going to do a Q&A on Friday, August the 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, August 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we're going to have a celebration. We got to have celebrations. We're going to have a celebration on Wednesday, August the 28th, at 1 p.m. for those people that did the 6-day fast, the 5-day, the 4-day, the 3-day, the 1-day, the half a day, doesn't matter. You showed up, you got it started. The next time you'll go longer, you'll go stronger. You be easy on yourself. You do not judge yourself. You understand? It doesn't matter how much you do this time. Thanks for doing it. It's called get started. That's all it is, okay? Just get started. Okay, so advanced water fasting is the art of cellular biohacking. Nothing's more powerful than this. I'm telling you right now, nothing's more powerful at healing you on an emotional, physical, or spirit level, okay? And understand something, feeding the spirit, okay? That's what we're doing, aren't we? You do know that the person that snacks 3 snacks a day has 3 meals a day. All right, there's not a lot of spirit feeding there. And I will tell you something right now. I get more energy by being in love with myself and love with my life and being grateful than food will ever give me. But you know what? We have to, I'm not going to not eat, but I'm not going to put the emphasis on eating like the majority of the population are eating themselves to death, yes or no? And they're eating and eating and eating because their food is empty. It doesn't have the light, it doesn't have the frequency in it because it doesn't have the minerals which give it taste. It only has the chemicals and the additives to get you hooked. Okay, just know this, we're all drug addicts on this planet. We're all drug addicts. Yes, I'm a drug addict. My name is Daryl Wolf, and I'm a drug addict, and guess what? I'm still working on it, and I'm getting there. Okay, so feeding the spirit heals the physical and the emotional body. The invisible creates the physical. The emotional creates the frequency, the signal. and the signal creates the field. Yes. I remember when I was younger, people would talk about aura, and I was raised in a born-again Christian family, and people would do that, and we would just go, right? You know, my father was a preacher, and I can remember him saying when I was really young that the East Indians were bringing something over here called yoga because they wanted to infiltrate our religion and take over our brains. And I remember, this is the God's truth. I was sitting in the pulpit there, and not the pulpit, he's in the pulpit. I was sitting there in the bench, and when he said that, I went, and I didn't even know what it was. I hate yoga. It's like, yeah, okay. All right, so it's easily to be programmed. We got that, Daryl. Okay, the invisible is the reality. Okay, the physical is the illusion. The invisible heals the physical. And remember something, repetition is the key, everybody. Erase and replace the dysfunctional BS, bad science, bad belief systems, okay? Belief systems that undermine your field. You have to unleash the invisible bonds that bind you, okay? Landmine issues in your tissues. So landmine issues that go into your tissues. You are programmed to be sick. Oh my God. You know what? This whole world is programmed to be sick. Tell me they're not. I mean, a child gets a cold and a flu and everybody just goes ape, you know what? And the reality is all the child needed was a warm water, tummy love enema, okay, and to be doing things like drinking warm to hot water, okay, with maybe some black diamond in it, okay? That's all we had to do. That's all we had to do. No, but we had to just lose it. It doesn't matter what the fever is with the child. You do a warm water tummy love enema on a child, 5 minutes later, the fever's down. I've done enemas, warm water tummy love enemas, on babies that were only 4 days old. And you should see the stuff that comes out of those babies, because whatever the mom is, the baby is. Okay? Where do you think the eczema and the psoriasis comes from? The asthma? Where do you think the colic comes from? There is no such thing as colic. It's just constipation in a baby, because the baby is the end result of the mother. End of story. Belief systems that undermines our field. Okay? The invisible, okay, holds the key to winning on the physical plane. Lionheart breathing, smiling, walking, meditation. We were created to create. So create a masterpiece. Universal intelligence lies within us all. It lies within our heart. We call it the God spot. They have discovered that there are 40,000 neuron-like cells that they thought were brain cells, and then they looked at them and they illuminated way brighter. They were giving off way more energy, and now they know that the actual brain, the intelligence of the human being, is these 40,000 cells in the heart. So what you need to do, practice at least once a day, and then twice a day, and then maybe 3 times a day, and then start using the practice throughout the day. Okay, everything is a program, and that's this. First thing you want to do is picture yourself putting your hand or your finger on your heart, or do it. Why not just do it? Because the feeling brings you right to here. The next thing is to slow your breath down. The next thing is to bring in 4 seconds of breath and 6 seconds out. And then fill yourself up with gratitude for everything. And then put a slight smile on your face. And do that for 3 minutes with that breathing. And then do it in the morning. Do it again in the afternoon and again at night. 9 minutes to change your life. And they have found that you can raise your immune system stronger than everything else that people do. I don't want to tell you what the other things they do, but the reality is give it a shot and tell me what you think. Benefits of autophagy. Well, guys, autophagy is basically where now you're not eating. By the 3rd day, it'll kick in. When you're not eating, when you're on the advanced water fast or a water fast, it's going to kick in. And what happens is it's like, whoa, 70% of the energy that went to digest all that food, what are we going to do with it? I know. Somebody said we were hungry. Okay, all right, what are we going to do? Okay, look at that. There's a cyst over there. Let's eat it. Oh, look at this. There's a growth over there. Let's eat it. So what happens is everything that's the lowest vibrational tissue in your body is now becoming food. And that's what autophagy is. That will occur around into the third day. Okay? And you will start eating up what they want to treat, but they don't really treat. Okay? You don't need to cut it out. Just let's eat it from the inside out. Why don't we do that? So, eliminates inflammation and pain. That's autophagy because it's going to eat up any of the issues in your tissues because it gets rid of any corrupted tissue, right? Anything that's not in alignment. It's disease prevention. It increases longevity, unleashes the Pac-Man phenomena. Have you ever played Pac-Man? I remember when I was a kid, and these Pac-Man go around and they eat these little balls, and then you want to get as many as you can. So that's what's happening is these Pac-Man are going around and eating as many of these balls or alien foreign objects that shouldn't be growing in you. How's that? Unleashes the Pac-Man phenomena, improves all body functions. Listen, metabolism doesn't slow down for anyone, whether you're 9 years old or you're 90 years old. That's right. The only thing it gets slowed down is the scar tissue calcification that's in your joints now, and the jammed up fecal waste that's in your colon, and the mucus that's caught in your body. So what's getting in the river that's stopping the flow? You've got all these mini beaver dams, and now you're going to believe this BS, bad science, that your metabolism slows down. It never slows down. Your metabolism never slows down. It's being blocked. So now you know what the truth is, and you can actually tell your doctor that. Okay, so Doc of Detox, advanced water fasting, before, after. Now, you have to understand something. This is like, how's this? This is over, okay? This is over a year, plus proper exercise, and it's doing an advanced water fast and utilizing the Perfect Day diet and doing that for a year. And that person is usually doing an advanced water fast every 6 weeks. So every 6 weeks, 6 days to 10 days to 12 days. You know what? Oh my God, I'm going to die. You know what, Daryl? If I go without eating one meal, I get a headache. Yeah, that's how toxic you are. So you went into a little bit of detoxification and you don't know how to flush the toxins out or lock them down, so you get to experience the pain. That's it. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so signals are frequencies. Does everybody, let me just make sure. Okay, got it. So it's jumping. Signals are frequencies that create the field. Signals are frequencies that create the field. So your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, they're the main ones. And then whatever you bring into your body, liquid, drink, doesn't matter, whatever it is, it leaves the body and it leaves a frequency of some sort. And remember something, the physical is made by the invisible, and the frequency creates everything. You are the end result of this and this and this. That's right, what you choose to listen to, right? So that creates your field. And I know this has nothing to do with it, but guess what? There are no memories held in the brain. Oh, isn't that something? There are no memories held in the body. All memories are held outside the body, and it's ours to access. And guess the easiest way to access it is to go into those 40,000 neurons that are actually in your heart. You can do your research on that. So understand, your field, it actually goes whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, and how strong is your field? All right. Okay, benefits of stem cell production through a 6-day advanced water fast. Well, just know this, and this is the only way that we can really estimate it, and that if a person does a 6-day advanced water fast and they do it right, it will compare to $100,000 in stem cell therapy. So which one do you want? The advanced water fast or the $100,000 of stem cell therapy, because if I can give you another comparison, every drug that Big Pharma makes, you have a natural drug exactly like it without the negative side effects that your brain will make for you. All right, so stem cells. By the third day, we got the autophagy and we got the stem cell making. Okay? All right? Okay, so no healing crisis. I know you don't believe this, but the reality is you can tell when one's coming on, and with all the things that we teach you, okay, all right, DoD advanced nutraceuticals, like our black diamond, our black gold, it'll lock, not the black gold, but the black diamond will actually lock down wherever the toxin is, we're in any part of the body, and then carry it out so it doesn't give you the symptoms. That's just one example, okay? The ultimate coffee enema. Let me tell you something. If you're going to love, honor, and respect your body, and you're going to say no to everything that you possibly can, and yes to you, you would start the nutraceuticals, you would start the ultimate coffee enema right now today. If you don't start it today, do it tomorrow morning. And for some of you, you might want to do 2 of them per day. That's how toxic we are. So think about this. Your liver does over 300 jobs. It stores so much poison and chemicals and heavy metals, and it stores so much anger throughout the years. You start doing the ultimate coffee enema, you can drain that. Nobody's ever going to get hurt by an ultimate coffee enema. I'll explain more as we go on about the coffee enema. Vaginal rectal infusion, therapeutic vomiting. You know what? Have you ever been to the point, you know what, I love this, and this is the truth. I went out last night and I got food sickness. No, you didn't. You were sick already. The food was a little off and you have no resistance. Okay, now if that person were to do therapeutic vomiting and actually clean out their stomach, then guess what? You'll find out your pepsin, your hydrochloric acid, your whole digestive juices will become stronger and they'll be able to do their job. Because your stomach is the guard dog, okay, for any type of bad bacteria or mold or anything, parasites, okay? It should be able to take care of it. It's so acidic. But it won't in somebody that swallows a lot of emotional stuff. It won't in somebody that's eating a lot of inflammatory foods or a lot of toxic foods with different types of flavor enhancers or colors and things of that nature. Okay? Therapeutic vomiting, like I just said. Diarrhea. You might get diarrhea, but on this program, you might have diarrhea for a day. All right? If the diarrhea lasts for more than a day, please give me a call. My number is 469-861-8884. Or you can call 855-900. Okay? 4544, extension 5. I don't mind you calling me. If you don't get me, call extension 0. You'll get one of our master consultants. They'll answer your questions. You know, fear is actually the biggest problem here about getting what we want in our life. And they've set us up, okay? All right. So then we look at clapping, okay? We look at belly button therapy, which will put you into a parasympathetic state and release more dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins than anything else you can do. Any other drug you do or any other exercise will not compare to belly button therapy. Salt glow, pelvic squats, crab stretch, Braveheart 12 loving steps, but just do the 4 steps that I just talked about, the breathing and the heart, if nothing else. And get yourself a hairband, love band. We'll talk about that later because you want to snap yourself back to the moment because you need to own it because that's where you heal. That's where you make everything new. You cannot make anything new unless you're in the moment. Nothing is new. All right. Lionheart breath, like we talked about, slight smile, and love band and mirror work. Go check these out. They're very important. Okay? Then there's only healing breakthroughs. If we've opened up all the orifices and we're getting rid of stuff And guess what? And we don't have fear, okay, on our back, okay? Remember something, okay? Your mind doesn't know the difference between a real tiger and a toothless tiger. And that's the deal. So how many people are telling the same trauma story over and over again and just destroying themselves on an emotional and physical level? So feed the spirit, heal the body. The 4 stages towards superconsciousness. First of all, the majority. Would you say the majority of the population is unconscious about how their subconscious has been programmed to rule them, school them, and fool them? Remember something, the majority doesn't rule, they're being ruled. Next thing, conscious moment. Oh wow, woof. I remember when I was younger, I would feel like I was kissed by God. And seriously, you just feel that bliss come over you, and it wouldn't last for a few seconds, and then I'd be really pissed off because I wondered, oh, don't I deserve it? What, am I not good? Am I a sinner, or what is this? And the reality is I just didn't practice it, and I just didn't love and care for myself. I was always searching for love outside myself. So would you like a conscious moment? Well, conscious moment, you're awake, but then you're right back to sleep because you don't understand yourself. And then there's unconditional love. Now at least you're awoken. Wow, unconditional love. Oh wow, I'm not going to go to hell for it. Oh wow, I feel a lot better. I let myself off the hook, and I let other people too. I'm actually digesting, assimilating, and I'm pooping better, and I'm sleeping better. Go figure. Okay, and then there's no judgment, and that's enlightenment. Okay, so the perfect day, the 2-week preparation. Look, you can stay asleep and, like I say, gobble with the turkeys. You ever see when there's like a thunderstorm? You know, the turkeys will croak. Most of them have heart attacks. When there's a thunderstorm or when there's a crisis, you know what? An eagle will fly above the storm, won't he? And just stretch his wings. And then guess what? When the storm settles, this is what this is supposed to teach you. Mind your own business. All this make-believe crisis out there. You know what? And you're going to say, it's not make-believe, Daryl. There's wars going on all over the place. And guess what? Those wars were made up. Those wars were made to distract you from your life's mission, your passion, your purpose. Yeah, but Daryl, shouldn't we feel bad? No. We should be working on unconditional love for ourselves and everybody else, and stop picking sides and go inside. Thank you very much. All right, learn to fly. First, love yourself. So we rise together. What a good way to go. Create the perfect day. You have to earn your health, though. You have to earn your health. How many of you are willing to take massive personal action and be selfish enough to actually mind your business and do a 2-week preparation and then 6 days of an advanced water fast, or at least give it a shot? And the reality is this, to find out that all you're doing is finding your true authentic self, and then guess what? You will be so more accepting, and you will see things in other people and have more empathy and understand people are not bad, but they can have bad beliefs. So, 1 second. So why strategy is everything? Well, I just told you. This is why we call it the perfect day. And every day, I am looking for a new perfect day. It's not like you get a perfect day and that's it. We work on a template, and then every day, my day should change by 1%. Wouldn't that be something? Think about it. So those who fail to plan to fail. There it is, everyone. Download the pdgfree.com guide. And if you want, you can purchase it. It's $95 shipped to your door. That's US. And that's in Canada and United States. All right? And it is the ultimate guide. Read that and tell me that that's not the most powerful manual, powerful book you've ever read that allows you to take massive personal action, okay, and puts you in the driver's seat of living and loving your life. Okay. So, 2-week preparation is a whole plant-based keto lifestyle diet. Well, that's what we do. All we're doing is the actual diet that I live by 90 to 95% of my life, we're asking people to do that. And to ask people to do that, you don't have to do it. Do it, just do whatever's comfortable. You can go in and do a water fast with nothing else. Don't use any of our tools or strategies, or you can use our strategies and tools, or you can use our nutraceuticals. You could, but the thing is just go do it. You don't have to do it my way, but just do it. At least stick your toe in. Don't allow other people to create fear for you. So the reason why we do the 2-week whole plant-based diet is this, to get rid of the rusty hinge syndrome. We already talked about that. Okay? Okay. I'll want you to go through this if you want. Everyone, if you want to do this, you download pdgfree.com. You're going to get the whole guide. Okay? Go to the 4 pillars and take a look at it. This is a whole plant-based program. I'm not going to run through everything or else we'll be here for a long time. Okay? Those who really want it need to go do it. And I need you to understand something. You know how you want to help people? You just want to help them. You just want to see that they feel better, that they don't have as much pain, that they love their life. And guess what? You can't give everything to everybody. We cannot spoon feed people. If you want to know what the perfect day, okay, lifestyle diet's like and what we do for this 2-week preparation, download the guide, everyone. All right. All right, we rise together. So, weak and underweight or weak and overweight. And understand something. You can be weak and underweight, you can be weak and overweight, and that weakness is all about electricity. We are walking, talking, living batteries. And that's why, you know what, you hang around with people to get into their light, to actually feel their light. You hang around with people so that you can actually come into their field and feel their energy that will help to create a new field or a higher field in you. If you go to people that are very dark, if you go to people that are low vibrational, then guess what? You feel sucked out and drained out. You know, the person you got to call and you feel guilty about, you get guilted into calling them, and then when you're done, it's a half an hour conversation and it takes you 2 days to get yourself back into alignment. You need to start making wiser choices on what you eat, think, and drink, and who you hang around with, what your habits are. What do you do in your spare time? So, and understand something. The person that is very low voltage, that can't gain weight, well, guess what? You're not losing weight, you're losing muscle. See that gentleman right there? He's losing muscle. He's eating himself from the inside out. He has been starving himself from love and from anything high vibrational in his whole life. Nobody loves me. Nothing goes good for me. Understand, you got to watch your mouth, okay? And the reality is I wouldn't put somebody like him on an advanced water fast because we need to build him. I would first need to saturate him with what I told you, amino acids, fatty acids, okay? Electrolyte, essential minerals, okay? And then a whole plant-based diet. And we would have to do small meals throughout the day. So understand, I'm not talking about him going on a fast, but listen to me, everybody. You're not losing weight, you're losing muscle. And understand, did you ever notice how young people will work out, and oh yeah, I look good. Understand something. The older you get, the more you got to work out. If you're over the age of 40, you need to be doing at least a half an hour a day. Over the age of 50, you got to do an hour a day if you want to keep the tone and you want to keep a youthful type of body that you can go and dance, put dance in your pants, go swimming, still do the things that a young person does. You have to exercise. 1 hour of exercise gives you 3 more hours of life. That is a scientific fact. Go look it up. Okay, so you're not losing energy, okay? You're losing electricity. And that electricity is found in everything. Attitude, the food, the drink, the people we hang around with. I've said that. And people, okay, that are overweight, they're not overweight. They're overinflamed and they're overinfected. And that's it. That's it. Infected first, inflamed next. And you got to have somewhere. I mean, where does it all come to, guys? First, it's all around the waistline, because guess what? The waistline is full of waste, because that person doesn't know they're pooping in their pelvis, and that's 99 out of 100 people. And anybody that has like a pooping problem and will have halitosis. And that halitosis, once you have halitosis, then you're full of worms. Okay? Just know that. Every manure pile, okay, that stagnates too long is going to be full of worms, bad bacteria, and fungus. Okay? Becomes a what? A parasite party. All right. So parasite party: worms, bad bacteria, viruses, fungus, and heavy metals. The cure is not a parasite cleanse. It's the perfect day. How many people say, I got to do a parasite cleanse like 3 or 4 times a year? Well, you're always going to have to do it. It's about the environment. Create an environment that no parasite could live in. I could eat a parasite. Okay, I could swallow parasites. I could swallow the fungus, but it's not going to live in a high vibrational body. You need to get that. That is the God's truth. Not that I'm going to go do it, but the reality is 99% of the parasites are not coming in the water and in the food. People are actually creating them in their bodies, because guess what? They have tissue decomposition. The tissue's rotting. And that's why the parasites are created. Where there's dis-ease, there will be parasites. Everyone with a disease has parasites. Everyone with a disease has bad bacteria. Everyone with a disease has fungus. Just one may shine more than the other and stick out. Okay, so listen, as Louis Pasteur said, environment's everything. The bug is nothing. The bug is nothing. The field dictates what lives in the environment. All right? So, people that are underweight, we saturate them with Ormus minerals. If somebody was underweight, I'd be looking at 80 to 120 drops of Ormus minerals in their water throughout the day. And it would be structured water. And the reality is that there's no harmful side effects to it, but understand something. Every disease is a mineral deficiency. And understand this, the minerals aren't in the soil, either are the good bugs anymore. So the reality is, if it's not in the soil, it's not in the food. If it's not in the food, it's not in you. And as I tell my patients, I go, listen, take 40% of what you spend at the supermarket, because it's going to go up and up. Inflation's coming harder, and it's going to hit a lot harder. And understand this, supermarkets don't have healthy food. Okay, 2% of the food in a supermarket's healthy. 30% maybe in a health food store, it's healthy. And I'm talking about healthy food. There's no such thing as health food, junk food. Thank you. Anyways, somebody that is underweight, and even if they're underweight and it's not like a crisis, we would put them on Beyond Ormus, Amino Boost, IGF, IGF-1 300,000, and then we would put them on SON formula, which delivers more amino acids more effectively than any other formula. So we'll talk about those, or you can look up those later, but understand something. People that can't gain weight, that's their electrical currency is down, they're mineral depleted, they're dehydrated, and they're also constipated. I don't care what's coming out, it's what's staying in that's killing them. Okay, so diffusing the landmine. Okay, so this is the things that we use. Now, we're talking only about the perfect day right now, 2-week preparation, that we will put people on these things to bring them up, to bring their electrical conductivity up, to bring their minerals up, to bring their nutrition up, so that we will prepare for the fasting. So we will put people on Black Diamond. Black Diamond goes into your drinking water. Black Diamond crosses the blood-brain barrier, goes into cells, goes into your blood. It will actually hold 300 to 400% of its weight in heavy metals, parasites, okay, chemicals, and it'll dump off 60 microminerals right into the cells. And guess what? When it's pulling all these toxins out, you will not experience the suffering that you would get if you were just detoxifying and everything had to go from here down to here to come out. You don't have to go through that pain. Again, Beyond Ormus minerals, our Beyond Ormus minerals come from the Arctic, and it's the runoff that goes into the ocean, and then the plant life take the minerals and put it into plant minerals. And And we've got 92 minerals, different minerals in our Beyond Ormus. It is the highest electrical charge minerals that we have found on the planet. You can take a look at the studies. The other thing is hemp C60. Hemp C60 helps to go in and reconstruct the brain. Okay, Beyond Ormus Minerals goes into the brain too, goes into the whole body. And then we have a product called Perfect Brain, and we don't have it on the shelves right now, but we will have it again in a couple of months. Okay, this is our high frequency nutraceutical program, and it's not like you're going to follow it. We talk about the different nutraceuticals, when to take them. This is just a general chart for people, because what people usually do is they call up and they get a consultation. We charge, whenever we have the Advanced Water Fast, we charge $95 for a consultation and lifetime support. How's that? How's that sound? We'll send you the 1 hour audio. Okay, you can do it on FaceTime, or you can do it on Zoom with us, or just do it by audio if you want. Okay, and we get you to fill out a case history, and then we get you to do things like, you know, watch a couple of videos, go and take a look at the 4 pillars of the perfect day before the consult. Then we do the consult with you, and then you have unlimited telephone support. Let me tell you something. We are so unfair on this planet. You know, to take somebody and sell them a whole bunch of supplements or nutraceuticals. We don't carry supplements, we carry nutraceuticals. But to sell somebody nutraceuticals and go, just take them, there you go. No, our lines are open. Our lines are open. And if you can't get them, you call me. My phone number's everywhere. Okay? So, day 1, step 1 of the DOD Advanced Water Fasting. You know what? When you do day 1, and now we've just talked about the 2-week preparation, right? That you'll do the advanced nutraceuticals. We'll also talk about some others that you could do, especially if your bowels aren't moving. You'll want to do the daily cleansing tea or the daily cleansing tea capsules. Okay? All of these things that we talk about, you can do, okay, during the 2 weeks. Then we'll let you know the things that you should only be doing while the Advanced Water Fast is on, because we do not want you to, we want you to bypass the Krebs cycle, and we don't want you to turn on your digestive tract. So what we want to do on day 1 of the 6-day Advanced Water Fast is this. We want to do what's called the saltwater flush. All right? And if you don't want to do the daily cleansing tea, don't worry. You can do the saltwater flush, and you can do that for a few days. I wouldn't do it for more than 3 to 5 days. Don't do it, okay? But what you do is you take a teaspoon of healthy salt, like Celtic or sea salt, or another good one is Redmond salt. I really like that. It's higher in potassium. And take a teaspoon and then put that in 16 ounces of warm to hot water, more on the hot side, and then drink that. The salt water is not absorbed. And what's going to happen is you are going to move your bowels. So, and it's going to happen within 20 minutes to probably 35, 40 minutes. So stay around the toilet and let's try to get rid of it, because people don't think they have bowel problems. But like I told you, 99 out of 100 people do have bowel problems. And you know what? Just like nature, right? The bear, he gets up in the morning, what does he do? Well, the first thing is he goes down and he drinks water and he gorges himself. Every morning I get up, before I do anything else, I drink 1 quart. 1 quart. Now, I don't do the salt because I don't need to flush out, but the reality is I do 1 quart of warm to hot water, structured water, okay? And then what I put in is I put in my Ormus minerals and my Black Diamond, because the Ormus minerals bring in the minerals and all the electroconductivity. It really just, you know, it really brings you up. And then the actual Black Diamond, when you drink that, it's sucking up any of the toxins and poisons and cleaning things up in the stomach and small intestine. Okay? All right. And then, of course, you know, I'm in the bathroom, okay? Because warm to hot water, specially structured, has 1,000% better hydration, 1,000% better hydration than other waters. Doesn't matter what kind of water you want to drink, but it should be structured. And a structured water unit will last you your whole life. It's under $300. And it'll last you, and you can structure everything you drink. Your body has to structure all the water that comes into you. It takes a lot of energy. And anybody that is not well, and if they're not drinking structured water, I don't care what else they're doing to it, the hydration is not there. So the detoxification and the assimilation of the nutrients are just not going to be there. Okay? All right, so we want to flush the pounds, lighten the load. So what are we going to do? We're going to get up and drink the water, and we're going to flush the inner toilet, okay, and head to the toilet, okay? All right, so the perfect day, essential steps during the 6-day advanced water fast, okay? Wake up and drink anywhere from 16 to 32 ounces of warm to hot water, okay? And structured water, like I said, okay, with high quality salt like we just went through. Mix in, again, 20 drops of Ormus Minerals if you choose to. When I go through this, you can just do the basic. You don't want to spend any money, don't do it, okay? Just understand that. There's no rules here. You can call us up and go, I did the saltwater flush. You don't need to tell us you're not doing any other products. You don't need to. It's your life, it's your body. We're here to support you. And I want you to know that, and I mean it. Okay, so you mix in 20 drops of Ormus Minerals, okay? And 1 teaspoon of pure, 1/8 of a teaspoon of pure black diamond nanohumic fulvic. Now, we already talked about that, didn't we? Now, myself, I don't put in 20 drops because we tell people to do 20 drops because you want to do it while you're doing the fast. So every time that you're drinking, you can put the Ormus Minerals and the black diamond, okay, into anything you're drinking, okay, throughout the fast. It's not going to turn on your digestive tract. It's only going to lighten the load and bring in the nutrition, all right? Okay, so you want to drink, all right? Let me see here. I wish they didn't have it so small. Bear with me, everyone. I'm going to move closer, okay? All right? You want to drink warm to structured water throughout the day. That's all day long, okay? You want to do that. And you can flavor your water, everyone. You can flavor your structured water with pure essential oils, like with lemon lift or orange burst or super cinnamon. I will flavor my essential oils with super cinnamon. Why? It balances my blood sugar levels. It definitely will get rid of any sugar cravings. And any of you that are adult onset diabetes or your sugar levels are off, super cinnamon essential oil is going to balance them, and it's going to get rid of the sugar cravings. And you only need 1 or 2 drops to actually add to your water, okay? So you want to eliminate alcohol, caffeine, and all other stimulants. Never allow yourself to become dehydrated. I need you sipping on the water throughout the whole day. Okay, if I'm going to go and I'm going to cut down the trees, okay, to put the logs into the water, to actually go to the mill, I better make sure there's water in there. And remember something, water cools you down, and water detoxifies you, and water brings the nutrition in, okay? So it's very important. I don't want you to get dehydrated. If you get dehydrated, you're going to become acidic, and if you become acidic, you're going to quit because you're going to lack in energy, because water gives you lots of energy. And understand something, people think they need to eat when they when they need energy, and most of the time it's because they're lacking a good water, okay? All right, drink a minimum, let me get my seat here, drink a minimum, okay, of 3/4 of an ounce for every pound, okay, okay, of body weight, all right? Always use a large stainless steel or glass container, okay, not plastic. It is better to drink gradually and continually, okay? Do not guzzle. Do not guzzle, all right? That's a really important thing. For an extra boost, okay, all right, let me see here. For an extra boost of hydrogen, we have what's called Cell Power, and this device, okay, is a flask, and it makes more hydrogen in water than any other hydrogen bottle on the market. It's called Cell Power. You can take a look at it in the Perfect Day Guide, okay? All right, so here we go. The 24-hour fasting cycle, okay? Feasting and fasting cycle. So everyone, we're just talking about this right now. So you see I'm kind of bouncing a little bit, just a little bit. But when you're actually doing the Perfect Day diet for the 2 weeks, please take this into consideration. Feasting is from 12 until 8 p.m. Digesting, okay, your food is from 8 p.m. until 4 in the morning. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you did intermittent fasting, and I don't intermittent fast every day of my life. There are days when I get up and I will say, you know what, I need a blender drink. And that won't be any earlier than 10 o'clock. But there are a lot of days I don't do the blender drink until 2 or 3 o'clock. So you've got to listen to your body and listen to your and feel your energy levels out. So for somebody who really wants to know how the cycles work for feasting or for fasting, guess what? Nourish your body from 12 until 8 o'clock is when you want to do that. I will not eat after 8 o'clock. And if I do, like, you know, Lori said to me, so when you finish tonight, what do you want to do? And I said, I don't want to do anything. I'll just have a blender drink when we finish, okay? And then go for a swim. I want to keep it light, okay? Because you have to respect the cycles, okay? So digesting, okay, all right, and digesting, assimilating, is from 8 until 4 a.m. And then guess what? The fasting and elimination cycle is from 4 a.m. to 12 o'clock. Or it might be 4 a.m. to 11 for the fasting part. Some people can't fast, okay? Some people they're so skinny and they're so malnourished that they need to nourish first. If you are malnourished and you are underweight, fasting is not the smartest thing you can do. We need to build up your energy levels, okay? That's why we bounce back to this, all right? These are real cycles, everybody, so please try to follow them, okay? So, flush the pounds, lighten the load, pop the cork. And when I say pop the cork, we're right back to this. We're talking about cleansing out your bowel and your liver. If you do proper bowel cleansing and liver cleansing during the 2-week preparation, you are going to have more smooth sailing throughout, okay, your 6-day advanced water fast. So I tell everyone, you know what, our daily cleansing tea has no stimulants, okay, it has no laxatives, it is never addictive, and what you do is one bag will actually make a gallon of it. Just read how to make it properly. Some people will actually put 1 tea bag into a cup of hot water and they'll go, oh my gosh, I don't know what I've done here. Just read the instructions. But the reality is 1 gallon will last the average person for a week. That takes 1 tea bag. Some people need to have 2 tea bags, okay, because they're so jammed up jelly tight. But guess what? Kick in the structured warm to hot water, okay, and that's going to bring this along a lot quicker, okay? So if using daily cleansing tea caps, because some people don't want to boil the water, because what you're going to do is you're going to boil a gallon of water. Then when it comes to a boil, turn the burner off, put a tea bag in, put the lid on, and let it steep for 8 hours on the cupboard or, you know, on the stove. And then you're going to put it into the fridge and leave the tea bag in there. And then you're going to drink from that. You can warm the water up, but don't boil it again, okay? Please don't boil it again. And you can mix the tea with soup, a blender drink, it's still going to work. You're not going to hurt it. Just don't boil it again, all right? So some people would rather do the daily cleansing tea caps, and we do them when we travel, and we travel a lot, and thank God. You know, when we go to, when I'm going to travel, if I have to fly or I'm going to travel, I always take 1 daily cleansing tea cap, one at night, one just before bed, and I make sure I have a great bowel movement before I fly, okay? And if it wasn't that great, you know what? If the flight's going to be like 4 hours, it's okay. But if it's going to be like an 8-hour or more flight, I'll take another daily cleansing tea cap. most of when you fly, the actual feeling that you have when you do land, no matter how long it is, it's dehydration and constipation. And there's a lot of EMF stuff on a plane, but I know how to protect myself with that, and that's not what we're here for. But if using the daily cleansing tea caps, open up the capsule and pour it into the structured water, okay, and steep for 10 minutes and drink. Now, that's if you're, look at guys, if your bowels aren't moving and you're on the 6-day advanced water fast, okay, you can do the daily cleansing tea. It's not going to ruin the fast. But if your bowels don't move, your fast is over. Your fast is over. Do you know how many people have had to end the fast because the bowels weren't moving? So, but if you were doing the ultimate coffee enema, you wouldn't have to do the daily cleansing tea, would you? You'd be flushing out your bowel and you'd be flushing out your liver, but there's a lot of people who go, I'm not going to put that up my, especially if you're a guy, you know, you're, right? But the reality is, I guarantee you that if you did the ultimate coffee enema 3 times, that's it, it's over. That's it, you're done. Because the vitality and the clarity and the lack of negative symptoms will blow your mind. And you guess what? And you'll get to the point that, guess what? You're not scared to tell people that, guess what? You just found the Holy Grail, okay? Because if you need to flush out your liver, remember something. What do you think? I'm not going to tune my car up. I'm not going to change the oil, okay? I'm not going to change the filter for 50 years. How would it run? People will do that 3-4 times a year, but guess what? And the only way you can cleanse your liver is with an ultimate coffee enema, and I'm telling you that. And we'll be talking about what's the difference between an ultimate coffee enema and just an enema. Because today everybody's got leaky gut. And if you do a regular coffee enema, you are going to, with leaky gut, be putting all of those toxins from the liver right back into your bloodstream. Do your research. Download the pdgfree.com guide and then do your research and then tell me that I'm full of BS, okay, the stinky kind, okay? So, and if you're going to do the daily cleansing tea caps and you're on the 6-day advanced water fast, you open those capsules up, you let it steep for 10 minutes, and then you drink it. And I promise you, you will not be coming off your fast. We got to get the cork out, right? Okay. All right. So we use black gold. Black gold's taken orally. It can only be taken with the 2-week preparation or just through, you know, regular lifestyle, right? And black gold goes from your mouth to your rectum. You swallow it. You put it in a blender drink because it's more granular. You wouldn't put it in water and drink it. Some people do, but I don't know how they do it. You got to put it in a blender drink, and you got to blend it, and it makes it even taste better. But it will go in and it will remove parasites, heavy metals, chemicals, and drop off 60 micronutrients into your digestive tract. And when it gets to the large intestine, guess what it does? It actually reinstates your good bacteria. That's why we don't sell good bacteria products anymore, because that's what nature used to be. It used to be the humic fulvic that was in the soil, and that's the humic fulvic that helps to restore your inner garden called your large intestine and clean up your digestive tract. So it's the most powerful digestive tract, fungal, parasite, and heavy metal, daily nutritional detoxification and bacterial reactivation. The only chemical-free humic fulvic, it's the only chemical-free humic fulvic made. That's right, we don't use any chemicals to process our humic fulvic. Can be used during the 2-week whole plant-based keto diet. Now the black gold makes the best ultimate coffee enema. So download the PDG guide if you want to understand how to use black gold to make an ultimate coffee enema. And understand, get yourself a stainless steel coffee enema bucket. We sell them, or get it from somewhere else. But listen, let's get it going. Don't tell anybody. Just do it. Because once you do it and you honor yourself with that, wait till you see how you feel. You can do all the liver cleansing that you want, take all the products you want, but it'll never touch the ultimate coffee enema. Okay? All right. So emotional fasting, we want you to do things like mirror work. Okay? So remember something, everything that we're telling you to do during your fast, we want you to do every day. You'll pick the things that help to vibrate. But remember something. Would you like to change your life? Would you like to cure the incurable? Would you like to take the impossible and make it I am possible? I've been in business for over 40 years, you know. And I'm not trying to tell you I know everything or have done everything, but I'm telling you this stuff is true. I'm telling you that if you can't do it now, watch the shows. Dig into it until you can get your subconscious to buy into it. But the reality is just think if you could do the 2-week preparation and then you took 6 days off where you just did the most beautiful things for yourself for 6 days. Oh my gosh, you would be enlightened. And you'd be lighter, or if you weren't lighter, you'd be a lot less toxic. And you would be a lot less toxic emotionally and physically. And understand, so here we go. So emotional fasting means smile without reason. You know that I smile without reason. I just go around smiling without reason. You would not believe how many people, okay, I still don't speak Spanish here, and I live in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, and they will walk by me and give me the most beautiful smile, or they give me a nod, and because I'm just walking along smiling, and it's like, wow, there's happiness, there's joy. How you doing? And I go, how are you doing? We don't say a word, but that's what it's all about. And then we talked about the lion heart breathing, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out for 3 minutes. You know, focus on your heart, focus on those 40,000 neurons, okay, that are more powerful than any other cells in your body for manifesting, creating, and just showing you what a human being really is, okay? And then get yourself some Love Band life bands or some hair bands. You can go to the dollar store and get a package for $2. You can get a dozen. And then guess what? Just tie a little thing on them so you can do this, so you can snap yourself back to the moment. I love and approve of myself. I got this. No, that's the old me. New sheriff in town. Yeah, I love myself. Ooh, this is good. And remember something, that snap is a kiss. And I'm snapping myself back into the present moment, and it's as snug as a hug. And understand, I've been doing this for so long that if I go like this and my eyes pick it up, my brain says, yeah, new sheriff in town. This guy loves himself. Okay, brain, he's supposed to smile, shoulders back. He's got this. You understand? You should understand. Get yourself some hair bands or love bands, okay? Mirror work, check out the Braveheart oath, okay? It's in the PDG guide. And say that 10 times in the morning with all the love in your heart. And then again at night with all the love in your heart. And if you can say it out loud, you'll make it proud, and you'll make yourself proud, and you'll move along very quick. And I know you don't want to say it because it's embarrassing to actually say that you love yourself before more than anyone else or anything else, so help me God. And the reality is it's not for me. I'll do it anywhere, anytime. And understand something. You need to know that if you actually find yourself, you'll be insane, you'll be crazy, you'll be a health nut. Don't go near him, Jimmy. Okay, all right. Okay, personal or couples connection, please go read about it in the PDG guide. And couples connection, whether it's with your son, your daughter, your friend, your husband, your wife. Okay, all right? I had somebody actually tell me about 2 months ago, they actually do the connection with their dog, personal connection. And understand something. Seriously, I think that's just beautiful. Okay? All right. Okay, so a good night's sleep is the result of a perfect day. Do you guys get this? I hope you get this. The only reason why you can't sleep is because you have an inflammatory mind, and you have inflammatory drink and inflammatory food, inflammatory habits. And that's the reality. And the reality is there is no sleep apnea. There is no sleep problems with people that are in love with themselves and their life. In love with themselves and their life. There's no problem. And understand something. Yeah, just think about it. I can remember when I was younger, and I only did it because my mother used to say, oh my God, I go to bed every night and I just sit there and think about all the things I haven't done or all the things I got to do tomorrow. So what do you think I did when I was younger? I used to bang my head on the pillow because I'd think about all the things I didn't do right, because I was such a bad boy, right? And I wasn't a bad boy. I just had some bad beliefs, I guess, right? Okay, so a good night's sleep, hour of power, that means first thing in the morning, you are going to what? You're going to do the things that we talked about that show that you love and care for yourself, and you're going to connect to your creator, your God, whatever you believe in that gives you that source of power and feeling that you're loved and wanted. Okay? Number 2, Lionheart breath. We talked about it. Okay? 10 minutes of gratitude and belly button therapy. So I don't have the belly button therapy here, but you'll see it later, and you can purchase it from us. It releases more serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins than anything else you can do. So while you're in bed, you do the belly button therapy, put a slight smile on, and 10 minutes, and you just think about all the things that you're grateful for, and you focus on your heart, on those 40,000 cells that are just electrifying your life and actually manifesting and creating what you want. Everything must come up through the heart and then go to the mind, because you've got to dip it in unconditional love to make sure that the landmine here, because you were set up. Everybody was set up, okay? And when you get set up, what happens? You have upset. Everything gets flipped around. You have upset for the rest of your life. Okay, number 2, sun gaze every morning, 10 to 20 minutes daily. We're out in the pool every morning. I'm in the pool with no excuses. 45 minutes to an hour and a half every day, listening to the birds, sun gazing, exercising, and no matter how tired I am, I'm in the pool because I want to be ready to have the most beautiful day, okay? Avoid caffeine completely. Pelvic expander. You want to learn how to do the pelvic squats, crab stretch. No drinking after 7 o'clock. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm always getting up to go pee. You know what? You're not getting up to go pee. I'm going to tell you something. There'll be times that I wake up at night, and the reality is there's always going to be some urine in your bladder. And you know what? Oh, I had to get up and pee. No, you didn't. Maybe that which created the universe wanted you to wake up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning so that you could sit quietly with yourself, because you never do, because God only whispers. Maybe there was a message that you needed. But why can't we just do that? Why do we have to make everything into, oh, my life. I got up on the wrong side of the bed. I had to pee. I probably peed in bed too. I don't know. Okay. Avoid caffeine completely. Oh, we did that already. Avoid bright light, blue light after sunset. Understand, you want to go on an iPhone? You want to watch TV? You want to go on a computer? It has 12 noon light. So that's why, go ahead and do it just before bed, and then ask yourself why you can't sleep. This is why I tell everyone to buy a pair of Tesla eyewear. Go on my website and take a look at Tesla eyewear. We'll put them on sale again if you can't afford it right now. They cost about the same as designer glasses, but guess what? They'll rock your world. What's this got to do with fasting, Daryl? Well, I don't know. If you work on computers and you're doing a 6-day advanced water fast and you're taking in blue light or going on your phone, I guarantee you that when you're detoxifying, you'll end up with stress or a headache or a sore neck, or you'll feel like, oh, I'm exhausted because the blue light just punched you in the face. That's why. They could have created all the computers, the phones, the lights. You could go to the movie, the TV. They could have created it with Tesla frequencies, with Rife frequencies, and the light could have been full spectrum. No, it has to be blue light because it has to poison us. But guess what? Tesla made something called Tesla eyewear, fluorine lenses. And you wear those, you can be in front of a computer all day and you're not going to have blue light poisoning. You can go on your computer or on your phone any time of the day and it's not going to mess up your life. Okay, shut down all electronics and phones. Wind down by 9 o'clock. If you don't, it's not good. you'll always be exhausted. Begin, excuse me. Oh, begin hour of power. It's right. Begin hour of power. Lionheart breathing. 10 minutes of gratitude. Belly button therapy. Okay, and after belly button therapy, if you put a couple of drops of frankincense in and then a couple of drops of CBD oil, you will be igniting 40,000 nerve endings in your body, and you will get them excited, okay, to really work for you. Okay? Think about it. Let me see here. Keep your room as dark as possible. I'm serious, no light. If needed, use a sleep mask. Have your room cool to cold, okay? If trouble sleeping, use Doc of Detox Mag Infusion, or you also, that's a powder, and it's metallic, and some people don't like the taste, but it's amazing. It infuses when it goes, it fuses into your cells. Or what you can do is even better, is use Beyond Ormus magnesium spray, and I'm going to tell you something. Spray it on your heart, spray it on your neck, okay, in the back of your neck and on your chest, and you're going to go to sleep, okay? Oh, and by the way, if you have trouble sleeping, also take peppermint essential oil, okay, or any essential oil, but peppermint's the best one, it really is. And take peppermint essential oil and take about 8 to 10 drops and put it on the bottom of your feet, and don't touch it to your eyes. And after you put it on the bottom of your feet, just rub some of it on the back of your neck here, and then take maybe 2 or 3 breaths of it. I'm telling you, these things will help you sleep. No more achy feet. And people have achy feet, they're acidic. That's the problem. And you're getting crystallization, scar tissue formation, and calcification. And then those people that have achy feet all the time could have neuropathy when they're older. Okay, all right. Okay, can I do an extended water fast if I'm on any medication? Well, I want you to check with your medical doctor. And the reality is, I'm going to say this, and this is the truth. You can do some research on it, but most people are taking, if you're taking more than one medication, they don't even know what 2 medications do to each other, or 3 medications. I already told you that 40% of the American population are taking 3 to 5 different medications. So, you know, they're just playing the mad scientist. So, you know, just check with your doctor. There's a lot of medication that most of it, there's no trouble at all. But I want you to check with your doctor. And remember something, it's your body and it's your life. And I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. Okay? All right. And just know this. Do you know how many people, are you ready for this? Do you know how many people go on an advanced water fast, and when they come off, they don't need their medication? Remember something. Medication doesn't heal. Medication makes you don't feel. And what you don't want to feel is the pain, is the inflammation, okay, and the stiffness. And what if that was gone? What if that was gone? What if the night horrors and sweats were gone? Okay, that's what an advanced water fast can do. How long can I safely do an advanced water fast? Okay, all right. You can go a long time. I want you to check in with us if you're working with us on the advanced water fast. You can tell us your symptoms, but just remember this: staying calm and not hanging around with people that keep making your blood pressure go up and anxiety, and just stop doing things that create stress in your life. How long can you go? Well, I'll tell you something. 3 fasts ago, I had a gentleman, okay, who went 86 days. Okay, in 86 days, he lost 140 pounds. They told him he was never going to be a truck driver again. He had high blood pressure, really bad. He had diabetes, okay? All right, he was having blackouts, okay? But he also has, from a Hutterite family, and he has 9 kids, go figure. You think he hasn't got motivation? Well, understand something. This guy dropped 140 pounds, and that was all infection and inflammation. So He's right back. How long can you go on? Go on only as long as you're comfortable. And don't push yourself to go farther, because you can always start again. That's the deal. Okay? You know what? Drink whatever water you want, but don't drink distilled water. Don't drink reverse osmosis water. It's too hard to digest. Your body has to structure it. See, let me explain something to you. So, rainwater, even though it has heavy metals in it and little billies spraying the skies, isn't it kind of funny that even though it has heavy metals and all these chemicals in it, it comes down, the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees, the microorganisms aren't being bothered because the rain is structured. So even though we still have the toxin in, it changed the frequency in the toxins in the rain. Isn't that amazing? And it's not poisoning anything. So when you run water, okay, whether it's, it doesn't matter. You know, when you run water through a structure unit, it structures it. Every droplet has 2,500 to 3,000 layers. Now, what happens when it goes through the structure unit, it creates a new vibration. That vibration of structuring, when you drink it, you have what's called an aquaporin channel in every cell. That cell is an antenna. It puts off a vibration. That vibration actually causes the water that's structured, the water droplet, to actually string itself out like a choo-choo train, and it goes right into the aquaporin channel. So no energy to digest. So think about the people that are not well, and they don't have the energy to structure the water. My God, do you know how many people say, well, I don't like distilled water. It sits heavy. It has no taste. Well, yeah, if there's no minerals in it, I get it. So the best water is actually, believe it or not, is 1/8, 1/16 of 1/8 of black diamond. If you really want to turn your life around, and then put in Beyond Ormus minerals, and the average person, you know, that if you're really healthy, is 40 to 80 drops a day. And you can play with it. You know, none of my stuff, you're going to hurt yourself. There's no negative side effects. Isn't that something? Okay, so you drink that water and then tell me what's going on with your body. So high vibrational things come in and they kick out low vibrational things. You drink low vibrational water, you're not kicking anything out. You're not even, hydration is not done by water. Okay, the water's a carrier. It's what's in the water. Okay, the hydrogen. Okay, the electrolytes, the minerals. Okay, it's all about that. You check it out and see if I'm right. Anyways, you can structure anything. I have a structure unit, which I'll do a one a day. I do a one a day every once in a while, and I'll do a one a day with my structured pool out here. And my structure unit's about this big in my pool, and my water's just like silk. I'll show you. I pick it up, and you can just see it. It just flows like silk. You'll see the same thing with the water you're going to drink. You can get a shower unit, you can get an under-counter unit, you can get a house unit, you can get a pool unit, you can get a garden unit, you can get an industrial unit. They never break down. We'll give you a 90-day money-back guarantee that they are worth every penny. They never break down. Once you put them in, you never have to look at them again for the rest of your life. Okay? And you can pass that on forever. You know, it's not going to break down. All right. So why would we want to do structured water on a water fast? I don't know. Would you like the best delivery water to get the nutrients in and get the toxins out? Remember something, okay? You drink water, you get energy. That's right. You don't need to eat. You need to drink water, okay? It's kind of funny. People are tired. You need to drink water. I'm hungry. You don't go drink some water first, okay? People just don't drink enough water and they don't drink the right water. Okay. I mentioned this before, but you know, not everybody wants to do it. But if I had somebody that was not well or somebody that really wanted the edge, they should take a look at Cell Power, okay? I'm not going to tell you that I drink all my water out of Cell Power. I do it in the morning. I do it again at nighttime. But you know what? I'm not telling you I do it. And there are people that drink all their water from Cell Power because they want the most hydrogen they can get. But I do other things that I like. You got to do what you like. And if you don't do what you like, you won't keep doing it, okay? All right, so here we go. External support This is not just on a fast, guys. But you know what? I'm trying to give you all the tips, because guess what? What if when you go on a fast, okay, what do you think happens? You have extra energy. That extra energy is going to go into your muscles and into your joints. And it's going to actually start helping to decalcify areas, to get rid of the calcium blocks, and to actually bring electrical conductivity to your scar tissue, getting rid of toxins. So you know your knee may ache, okay? Your ankle may ache, your fingers may ache. And the reality is this, we know how to get rid of it. So if we can get rid of pain by not trying to do what drugs do, because you do understand, don't you? When you take a drug and you have pain and it goes away, it didn't go away. The pain is still in there, which is the inflammation, okay? And the cells being out of alignment. That's still going on, but you have now just cut gut-brain connection, so now you can't feel the pain. That's why anybody that does drugs, they get the area that they had the pain is actually inflamed, right? Inflammation means inflamed, so now we got dehydration. So if you go and you cut off the feeling, even though it's still going on, you got a fire going on, we do know that a fire will actually get rid of the moisture, right? Well, it gets rid of the moisture and it causes your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments to actually become beef jerky. Okay, so you call that aging. I call that not knowing what you're doing and going to the wrong practitioner. And that can all be reversed. Remember, any beef jerky you created, you can actually bring it back into vital, healthy, connective tissue, whether it's a tendon, ligament, organ, or muscle. And that's the deal. I give a money-back guarantee because nobody believes it, because nobody's doing it. And so if nobody's doing it, it's got to be a lie. Well, I don't know. There's people doing a lot of things, and a lot of people doing them that, guess what, that are actually killing them. Yes or no? Just because something's new doesn't make it wrong. And just because everybody's doing it doesn't make it right. So the first thing we'll talk about is Pain Away. Pain Away essential oil. You rub that on and it gets rid of the pain because of the vibration that's in the essential oil. Remember, it's vibration, it's frequency that does it all. And it's the trapped light in there because this is concentrated essential oil from different types of foods, herbs, seeds, things of that nature. Okay? And then there's Muscle Restore. And Muscle Restore is more gentler, okay? It's more for the healing of the muscle, okay? So, and the peppermint, okay, like I said, is great for the bottom of the feet. It's great if you've got a headache. Put a couple drops here if the headache's here. Put it on the back of your neck. It's great on the back of your feet. Let's say you have a lot of pain, the peppermint will override it. But the Pain Away should do it, but if it doesn't, the peppermint will override it, okay? All right? And then the next bottle you'll see is called Frankinzen. There's frankincense, but frankincense is made by only one farmer that we know of, and this is the highest vibrational, pure essence of frankincense that we can buy, and it's called Frankinzen. And you can use our frankincense too. It's like all the rest out there, but this one is especially special. And whether you're on a fast or not, but especially on a fast, if you actually take one drop and put it under if you've got a problem that's below your tongue, and you put one drop under your tongue, and you do that every hour or every other hour, wait till you see how you start feeling. If you have a problem that's above your tongue, upper, you put the drop on your tongue, touch it to the roof of your mouth to let that come and go to the upper part of the body, okay? Now, DMSO rose cream is gentler than DMSO gel. If you've got pain and you want it to go bye-bye, I mean, DMSO is made from pine trees. It's a solvent. It is the world's greatest solvent, and actually it will carry, if I wanted to put DMSO on and then I put something else on it, it will carry that right down into the tissues. Now, the cream is for more gentle areas of the body. You want to put on more gentle areas. The DMSO, if you've got like a cesarean scar, or you've got an ankle problem, or you've got a calcification problem, then you would use the DMSO gel. And I want you to use only a little bit. And I want you to test it. And then I want you, and then I want you to use more. But everything is just gentle and step by step. You cannot hurt yourself with the DMSO. I'm just telling you that. You can't. And the reality is you give me somebody and go, oh, my knee's really bothering me. And they put DMSO on there, and let's say they rub it on. Some people can put the DMSO on and then put the Pain Away essential oil on right after. Okay, I can. Other people are sensitive. So you might put the DMSO on, the gel, on a joint. And then you're going to wait for, let's say, wait for 5 minutes. Then rub the Pain Away on, okay, essential oil. And I'm telling you, your pain's going to go, boom, just drop. Okay, if you've got a Baker's cyst, put the DMSO on the back and then put the Pain Away essential oil. And you know what? How many times do you put it on? We have been taught that the things that we have in natural medicine are like drugs. They're not. I call it layering. If the worse the problem is, the more you apply it, because you need to bring up the frequency to heal. If I've got a 10-foot hole, I need a 10-foot ladder, not a 2-foot one, and tell you to, that you're going to get out of that hole. I don't care if you climb it 100 times. That 2-foot ladder is taking you nowhere. So we're going to want a 10-foot ladder for a 10-foot hole. And then as the pain is reducing, the amounts of time that you do something or the amount that you take something is going to reduce. Listen to me. Think what you want. But guess what? When people come to us and they're malnourished and they're not well, they're very malnourished. You have to look at it this way. Your body's a Visa card. They've made no payments. And guess what? The bank wants to take the Visa card away. Well, guess what? Your spirit can't live in this body anymore, and you're probably going to leave. So we got to bring the vibration up. So we got to do what we call front-end loading. Front-end loading is only going to be usually, in even chronic cases, 6 weeks to 3 months. Do you want to front-end load and bring up your vibration, or just play inky-dinky schnitzel house and feel like you're getting there but never getting there? It's like the world, how it's always promising you that it's going to love you if you work hard enough, long enough, strong enough, and it never works out, does it? Everything is a self-serve job. Become your own doctor. Become your own practitioner. Become your own lover. Okay. The Beyond Ormus magnesium spray. Beyond Ormus Minerals magnesium spray. There's nothing like it. You want to get rid of pain? You want to go to sleep? You carry that with you. This stuff is so beautiful. And understand, everyone, do you know what Ormus is? Well, it's not just the best trace minerals in the world and the best delivery system through the skin of magnesium, but Ormus is something that takes like 6 weeks to make. And Ormus minerals work on the etheric. They work on the emotional part of the body as well. So you're not just working on the physical part of the body. Okay? All right. Internal support for your advanced water fast. Okay? And we talked about that already, didn't we? We talked about that. And if you want to find another essential oil that you can take in, do it. We're talking about lemon lift. We're talking about orange burst and super cinnamon. I already told you. And people will actually take the super cinnamon, mix it with the lemon, or they'll take the orange burst with the lemon, or they'll take the orange burst, mix it with the super cinnamon. Understand something. If something tastes good and it's totally healthy and it doesn't turn on your digestive tract and it brings up your vibration of healing, what else could a girl ask for, or a guy? Okay? Black diamond crystals, they can be taken during the advanced water fast, and they can be taken anytime, actually. But during the advanced water fast, they come in little travel packets in the bag, and then it's a 2-ounce jar in the jar. And I'm telling you right now, you put that in water and you will just see it. Don't stir it. You'll see it just dance around, okay? Because it is such a high electrical charge. We use no chemicals to process it. And our humic fulvic comes out of Drumheller, Alberta, which is where most of the dinosaur bones were found because of the richness of the soil, okay? All right, so the most powerful blood-brain intercellular fungal parasite, heavy metal, daily nutritional detoxification, the only chemical-free humic fulvic that we know of, okay? I'm not saying somebody hasn't done it yet, but not that I know of. All right, now you can do fulvic acid during an advanced water fast as well. And the fulvic acid, the reason why we have the liquid there is some people really have a bad case of heavy metal poisoning. Okay? All right? Okay? They have heavy metal poisoning. They're very acidic. And what does fulvic do? Again, it drops off 60 essential minerals into the body, but it will also grab the parasites, the chemicals, the heavy metals, 300 to 400% of its weight, okay? Lock it down and carry it out. And understand something, people that go for chelation, they've just chelated their blood of heavy metals. That's great. But nothing is better for chelating heavy metals and fungus, parasites, worms, than using black diamond or black gold or fulvic acid. This as well. We have 3 different products that do it, but nothing does it better. Are you better to wait until, okay, it's like this. You know, how many practitioners have you gone to and they say, you know what? I think that we should always do a deep cleanse. Yeah, every 3 months, or some say 6 months, some say once a year. Everybody makes up whatever they want to, right? And the reality is when do people usually do a cleanse? When they feel like crap, right? Well, what about if you never felt like crap again? What if you actually did and you bought into the Doc of Detox scenario where you built a perfect day, okay, where you had a beautiful high vibrational diet, and you only did gentle baby steps, but you did these same things every day, and you created a high vibration so you never ever felt like crap again. Welcome to my world. Welcome to anybody who buys into creating a perfect day on an emotional and physical level. Download the PDG free guide, and I will help you understand that we were sucker punched by the medical system, that we are into emergency care even though we're natural health practitioners. Oh, come to me when you're broken and I'll fix it. No, how about come to me and I will train you how to never be broken again on an emotional and physical level, and how to rock your world. How about that? How about I don't care? I don't want millions of people coming to me. I want people who are coming to me that go, you know what? I want the best life ever, Dr. Wolf. I want to own it from the moment I rise until I close my eyes. Okay? So, fulvic, nutrient-rich, cellular rejuvenation, heavy metal parasite detox, okay, cellular hydration. That's what hydration is. You don't get hydration from just water. You get hydration from structured water, but you don't get the hydration you want unless you're getting the minerals you want, and unless you're getting something like fulvic acid that's going to lock down the chemicals and the poisons that created the problem in the first place. And it's all about pH, and that's what fulvic will do, is it'll help you with pH balance. Humic acid can be taken during the 6-day cleanse. It can be taken anytime. But guess what? This humic acid here, this will balance anybody's hormonal problems. Male, female, young girl, teenager, older woman, doesn't matter. You don't believe me? Try it. You're going to find out. Humic acid, this concentrated humic acid, it will eliminate viruses, hormonal balance, you'll feel it. You'll feel it in the first day. And then you can decide how much you need. Follow on the bottle or give us a call. Let us help you. Okay, let us help you. Because you got to get the cork out of your butt and you got to change the filter in the liver. Okay? Never forget about that. Immune boosting, weight balance. Okay? All right. Okay, so here we are, Beyond Ormus Minerals. Okay, Beyond Ormus Minerals and Beyond Ormus Minerals Spray. The Ormus Minerals we talked about, 92 electrolytes, okay? Trace mineral formula, that's what you're going to find in the Beyond Ormus Minerals that you drink, and the spray, the magnesium spray, all right? And it's for mental and emotional balance. All right. Now, this can be taken during the 6-day fast or anytime. This is called CIT, calcium ion therapy, everyone. This is special. There's only one calcium ion therapy in the world like this. Trust me, you take this product and it'll take the displaced calcium in your body and it will actually pull it back into where it was actually pulled out of the bones. Merigen is the strongest one. It's used all the way to stage 4 inflammation. They call it cancer. Alzagen is for what? I can't remember. You know what it's for. It's for memory problems, dementia, and Alzheimer's. Dentogen is for teeth and jaw problems. Cardigen is for the joints. Megagen is for people who are healthy and never want osteopenia or osteoporosis. Ozo Junior is for children up to 12 years old. You can believe this or not believe this, but we're talking about children that their growth is stunted. They're not growing. Their teeth are growing in crooked. There's emotional things that aren't right about them, and we start giving them higher dosages of calcium ion therapy, and bam. So we have a practitioner, her name is Rami. She has a clinic, and she's just north of Prosper, Texas. So I'm saying all this because I want you to know it's a true story. Her son, was 13 years old, and he was the shortest person in the class. How would you like that? The shortest person. Okay, and his teeth were growing crooked and growing up into his mouth. Okay, so he started, and she said, should I put him on Ozo Junior? I said, no, put him on Merigen. Let's go for it. Okay, so now I need you to understand something. In 6 months, he grew 7 inches. Now, this isn't something that made him grow taller than he was supposed to grow. And his teeth started straightening out and coming down, okay? And he's still on it. But understand something. He didn't grow taller than he was supposed to. The calcium ion therapy actually kicked in everything that was supposed to happen that didn't happen because there was something not right. And then all of a sudden his body just went, whoa, we got you. And you can always call Rami if you don't believe me, okay? But the reality is we use this, and we use also another product called Stealth Glucose. I'm just trying to tell you something. I have people, okay? I have patients. Are you ready for this? So they've got what they call cancer. I call it stage 4 inflammation. And they go, it doesn't look good for you, okay? And I have lots of patients that were supposed to be gone years ago, months ago, weeks ago. Think about this. The product I just showed you with the calcium ion therapy, okay, these are calcium ions. They're invisible. Go into PubMed. There are hundreds of thousands of articles saying that if somebody could invent a calcium ion, that would turn around all diseases and this whole game would change in the whole health world. Well, that happened 9 years ago. And there it is right there. Now, do you think it's recognized? No. We can't even show this product on our store. Okay? All right, we have it. We can't sell it on our store. We have some information, but if you want more information, you got to go to docofdetoxlibrary.com. I'm just trying to tell you, if you take this product, it's going to work no matter when. But if you are on a 6-day advanced water fast and you clean up everything, this thing is just going to be like a rocket. So these calcium ions, they go in and do over 110,000 processes per second. Okay, so what they do is they bring you back to the same bone-making, breaking that you had as you were a teenager. That's what this product does. So then he took it further. We have patients. I just had Lorraine call me from Australia. She's there teaching a course, and she said, Daryl, can a person just take the calcium ion therapy Merigen if they have stage 4 inflammation cancer? I said yes. But guess what? If they take the AIC like they're supposed to, they're going to see a miraculous change and spend less money. AIC, which is stealth glucose, are you ready for this? First of all, they said it was impossible to take an invisible calcium ion and put it into a liquid and then actually drink it. And that's the calcium ion therapy. The stealth glucose, guess what he did? He actually took and made the concentrated the Merigen 100 times stronger. And then he concentrated the calcium ions, and then he wrapped glucose around it. And that's why we call it stealth glucose, because guess what? What do we know? We know that a cancer cell has 200 times more pull on sugar than a normal cell. Isn't that something? Okay, so it'll just pull it in and won't even let the other cells have it. So he wrapped this in glucose. So now what happens is this gets into the cell because it's invited, and by the time it gets to the mitochondria deep within the cell, there's no sugar left except for the concentration of the calcium ions. And then that, guess what? That stage 4 inflammation, which they call cancer cell, has two choices: die or revert back into a normal cell. How's that for a story? Excuse me. Okay. Now this can be taken too, but you have to take it out of the capsules. Now, anybody that isn't dealing with a chronic condition or doesn't want to just bring the thunder down, you don't need to do all this. There's only 4 or 5 different products you would take to help to support your body to make sure that you bring up your electricity and your minerals. Do you understand? It just helps you to get through it. But understand, this is called Thunder Shrooms. This comes out of Asia. This has 40 years of study, and the Critical Care Thunder Shrooms will reverse somebody who says they don't have an immune system anymore. It will flip it back so fast it'll make your head spin. And you can take it in the capsule form. They're veggie caps, but during the fast, you've got to go and open up the capsules, boil structured water, pour the Thunder Shrooms into the water, steep for 10 minutes, and then drink. And before you do, when you drink it, you swish it around the Thunder Shrooms in your mouth. Remember, anything that's therapeutic, if you swish it around in your mouth for anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes, you're going to get so much more out of the product. That's a secret, and you need to think about that. Take the time to do it, okay? Mix the saliva with it and take it down. Just know this. Do the homework in the PDG guide. Go into the library, and you can go in and watch videos on the calcium ion therapy and on the Thunder Shrooms. Understand that. Go in and watch the information. Okay, it's in docofdetoxlibrary.com. It's all science, no BS. Okay, this is the most powerful thing to flip switch the immune system. All right. This just talks about it. Vital Care is for people who just want to keep their immune system in check and keep it strong. Critical Care is we're running to the rescue, and we're going to turn that around. When I'm on tour and traveling a lot and going a lot, and my schedule is hectic, I do 3 Critical Care twice a day. Okay? And guess what? No sniffle, no colds, no flus, no I can't show up for the party. All right? The next thing is Infinite Iodine. This is the only non-toxic iodine in the world. It's the only molecular, pure iodine in the world. And there is no toxicity to this iodine. We have stage 4 inflammation patients doing 1.5 ounces every day, because does anybody know that iodine goes in and it flips the switch so that it will help the body turn on the kill switch, that if a cell goes rogue, it's the iodine that actually triggers it to help the cell to off itself. So that's why it's so important. But everybody needs iodine every day. Doesn't matter. Pregnant mother, infant, baby, okay, toddler, child, teenager, adult. Everybody needs iodine every day. And understand this. People that don't get iodine, their actual mental capabilities are down by 20-30%. You can do all this research if you want. Infinite Iodine, when sprayed in the back of the throat, will actually neutralize a virus in 15 seconds. I don't care if it's COVID or HIV, it's already been studied. Next thing, if you take the Infinite Iodine and you nebulize that every day, you will purify your blood, your lungs, your brain, your body. You need to buy a portable nebulizer for the car, for trips, or on the plane. Lori and I will do it because we want to get off of that plane and we want to hit the ground having fun and get it done. Yeah, we have a home nebulizer, and if I'm just sitting there and I'm watching something on Gaia, or I'm reading something, or I'm just chilling out, I'll put it on and I'll nebulize the iodine. There's no toxic value to it. I hope you're getting this. I hope you know that they don't want you to know this. I hope you know that, guess what? A pill is fine. A liquid is okay. But a gas, it goes everywhere. Okay, if you want to renew your lungs, your brain, your blood, your tissues, then guess what? Start nebulizing. Okay? And then we also have iodide, which goes directly to the thyroid for people who really need extra thyroid support. But you don't need iodide if you don't have a problem with your thyroid, because when you go to disinfect and spray the iodine in the back of your throat, it gets turned into iodide, what isn't used up, and it goes to the thyroid to create balance. So here is my secret, whether I'm doing the fast or I'm not doing the fast, but when I'm doing the fast, I'm doing IGF-1 because I like to keep my energy up. You have to understand that when we were younger, like young kids, teenagers, we had tons of human growth hormone that went to the liver that turned into IGF-1, okay? And then that's where we got all our energy from. When I was in my 20s, I could go out and drink and party, and I would party till 4 in the morning. Then I'd go to work, and I'd be ready to go and do it again that night. I mean, I did that for a while. Thank God that's over too. But the reality is this, is we had all that energy because of IGF-1, and nobody is even hardly heard of it. And all the top athletes in the world use our formula. Did you get that? Not all of them. Many top athletes and superstars in sports use this formula of IGF-1. And I used IGF-1 before I came on here, and take a look here. There's hardly any left. And would you say that I've got anxiety, or would you say I just have a lot of energy? Well, that comes from my attitude of gratitude, but it also comes from the IGF-1. And it also comes from SON formula, which is an amino acid product that you get 99% absorption. 2 of those caplets, okay, give you as much amino acids, okay, as an 8-ounce steak. There's not a mistake. Okay, so IGF-1 is actually human growth hormone, goes to the liver, makes IGF-1. IGF-1, okay, makes more collagen in the human body than anything else. IGF-1 inhibits cancer cells. IGF-1 helps to create healthy cells within the body. IGF-1 creates hormonal balance. IGF-1 makes you feel vital and strong. It tightens your skin. It tightens everything. IGF-1, when you get older, okay, the bone matrix gets laid down not so nicely. If you're taking IGF-1, okay, when you're making bone, it gets laid properly, okay? And there's a whole bunch of other things. You can go and watch the videos if you want. And you can do IGF-1 through the advanced water fast. And guess what? It's not like caffeine. You're jacked up and down. You just feel like this smooth glide of energy, okay? And we have IGF-1 25,000, and we have IGF 300,000. Younger people and people who are really healthy can do the 25,000. And I'm young at heart, but I do the 300,000, and I like that. And you know what? I do double the dose, and I do it 3 times a day, okay? But that's just me. And you know, what the heck? Is it okay if I can feel youthful and have tons of energy? Juan, is it easy to keep up with me? Huh? No, none of my staff can keep up with me. I don't do it because I'm trying to prove a point. I do it because I'm on a mission, okay? The mission is called Braveheart Nation. We got $1 million app coming out on September the 15th, which is Mexico's Independence Day, okay? Because that's where I live. And the reality is this, we just built this Braveheart Nation studio, and it's got 5 studios within it. I mean, come on, I'm just getting started, everybody. Listen, get excited about your life. Find your passion and your purpose, please. Do it. Now, the SON formula, you cannot take it in caplet form. You know, I wouldn't tell anybody to take that. You do the IGF-1. Don't take the SON formula on the 6-day advanced water fast. But if you do, you can. But guess what SON formula does? It makes sure you don't have any muscle wastage. So if if you're underweight, if you don't want to lose muscle tone, then you would have to crush it into a powder. Then you move it, then you take it and you drink it as a liquid. It doesn't turn on your digestive tract. It's already amino acid. So you just have to crush it when you take it. So I will do usually 8 to 12 a day, and I'm healthy. But see, I want to keep my tone, okay? And I don't eat hardly any animal protein. And if I do, it's going to be organic, but I hardly eat any animal protein. And it's not because of the animal thing, and it's not because of Bill Gates or anything like that. I'm a blood type A, so I can do it, but I can't overdo it. If I eat animal protein 2 days in a row, boom, bam in the face. Okay. Again, you know, those people that are prone to infections, those people that are prone to their immune system being tested a lot. But I tell people, you know what I do is I've got Silver Bullet gel there in the blue bottle. And what I actually do is you can actually squirt that in your mouth, swish it around. If you got infection in your mouth, you can actually squirt it in your mouth and swallow it. If you got ear problems, you can put iodine, the infinite iodine, let it soak for 3 minutes in the ear. And then you can go and you can squirt the Silver Bullet gel in and go to bed and allow that to sit in here to bring down some of the inflammation and infection, because most people that have tinnitus, it's actually because there's a small nerve in the inner ear that goes to the brain that's on fire and inflamed. Okay? But a lot of it's dehydration and anxiety and stress, guys. You need to get that. And you really got to turn off the Wi-Fi when you go to bed at night. That would greatly help. I mean, that is like a frequency running off in your head. Turn the Wi-Fi off, for pity's sakes, and get the phone out of the bedroom. Okay? All right. A home nebulizing. Okay, here's the secret. They don't want you to know. Home nebulizing. When you put a gas into the body, you rock your world. Okay, so you can do it with the infinite iodine. I already told you that. And I tell people to do it straight. If you're really sensitive, then you could do 1 part infinite iodine, 3 parts water, mix it together. But what do you think would happen if you were doing the advanced water fast, okay, and you're also doing the iodine? Just think, your body doesn't have to waste 70% of the energy to digest the food. Everything is kind of opening up and clear. And so the iodine can just go in freely and just go everywhere and do its thing. Get into your blood, get into your lungs, get into your brain. Seriously. Okay. You can also do it with the fulvic eye drops. You know, Bright Eyes fulvic eye drops, that's the only fulvic eye drops in the world you can put in your eyes. And understand something. Start putting fulvic eye drops in your eyes if you have any eye problems, and do it 3 to 6 times a day, and give me a call and tell me how great you feel. And understand, that's all natural. And that's going to feed your eyes and get rid of any burning. But you can also take those fulvic drops and put it into a child's ear to bring down any type of ear infection. You could use the iodine too, and you can use the Silver Bullet gel. Do you see how we can alternate? Now, you can take the fulvic nano drop, and you can take the Silver Bullet liquid 50-50 and nebulize those, and then tell me how you feel. And so today I'll do that, and then tomorrow I'll do the infinite iodine. I dare you to do this, and then call me up and tell me that it's not rocking your world, okay? You can also nebulize the calcium ion therapy. Think about it. Now you can take that in as a gas, okay? This is one powerful way to go. Okay, all right. Now the other thing that people don't realize, but so 3 weeks ago, I did an advanced water fast, okay? And I actually did the advanced water fast, and I didn't use the hemp oil, but I used the C60 oil. And what I did was I took 1 teaspoon, okay, of the C60 coconut oil, which everybody would say, well, didn't it turn on your digestion? Well, the healing power of it is such amazing. I would put the teaspoon in my mouth, and I'd leave it there until it was completely water. Then I would swallow it. Now there's nothing, my stomach's not going to get turned on by it. Most of it was absorbed by my mouth. Okay? And it really was. You break it down, you absorb it through your mouth, the rest goes down, long as it's not a thick oil, your liver doesn't have to break it down. It's emulsified already. You have no idea the detox that I went through. I didn't go through a healing crisis, but I went through one heck of a detox. Oh, I'll tell you, the first day, okay, on the 6-day advanced water fast, okay, so I actually averaged around almost 2 ounces a day, so it wasn't really 6 teaspoons. I was doing some days up to 2 ounces. I was just, playing around with it. Well, anyways, I was doing 6 teaspoons on the preparation, but I did 2 ounces on the first day of the advanced water fast that I did. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm not trying to gross you out. I said to Lori, what the heck is going on? I felt this pressure and this pain. Like I've never felt that pressure and pain. And I go, oh my God. And we were in the pool and I go, I think I need to go head to the toilet. Yeah. And here's me. And I wasn't hardly eating anything. With my 2-week preparation, I was only doing blender drinks and some salad. And I was doing a little bit of lentil soup, and I'm just going, whoa, what the heck? Where's this coming from? I'm not trying to gross you out anybody, okay? And my bowels are great, my liver's great. But I went into the bathroom. I must have been in there for 15 minutes. I don't know how many bowel movements I had, but the burning, I never had any cayenne, curcumin cayenne. I didn't drink anything hot. And the burning that came out was unbelievable. The acid, well, actually, it's pneumonia. Now, that must have been so embedded in my digestive tract because I just don't get that because I don't have a diet that creates that. And I got to tell you, holy smokes. I mean, it was like fire coming out. And I'm telling you, once after that 10, 15 minutes, I felt the greatest relief in my life. Like that was like an exorcism. Anyways, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you, if you do the C60, you could do that during a fast, but you got to hold it in your mouth. So anyways, I am the experiment. Listen, honestly, get a consult, a $95 consult. That's all it costs right now, whether you want to create a perfect day or do the fast. Or you can call me and I'll tell you what I would do. But please just do your homework. Just do your homework. You know that we have an advanced water fasting guide and it's in the library. Please do your research and then come to me with all the questions you want. Show me that you've done some personal action here. That's all I want. Advanced water fast, finish line. All nutraceuticals, internal and external therapies should be continued until your goals are reached. Okay, what does that mean? Well, that means that the 2 weeks preparation, you can start on everything in the nutraceuticals, and then you're going to do the nutraceuticals that we talked about that you can do throughout the cleanse. But the main ones to do actually are the Ormus Minerals, okay, the Black Diamond, the Infinite Iodine, and if you want more energy, do the IGF 300,000, okay? If you just do those things, okay, if you can just do those things and you've got to kick in the Ultimate Coffee Enema, you really have to. You don't have to, but you should. And you're always going to do the saltwater flush in the morning, okay? You're going to do the saltwater flush in the morning, but tomorrow night we're going to go through that. We're going to go through a lot of the therapies, and I'm going to finish off with you. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to finish off and I'm going to show you exactly what to take, what you can do for your 6 days. As far as your, look, let's just see if you can do the perfect day diet. Go into the PDG guide and look at the 4 pillars and try to do the perfect day diet as much as you can. Like, 2 blender drinks a day. And if you want to put some raw organic eggs in there, do it. Just cut back on the animal protein, but do that if you want. That's inexpensive enough. And try to just use berries and 1 berry. Try to use things like coconut milk. That's probably your best milk to use, honestly. And then if you want, you could put sprouted plant protein in, but see if you can stay away from it. If you've got a few extra pounds, just stay away from it and then do 2 blender drinks a day. Maybe a couple large salads. If you want to eat some fruit along with that. You want to make some lentil soup. Maybe you want to put some beans in your salad, or maybe you want to have an avocado, half an avocado, sprinkle some salt and lemon on it, and then cut it up like a steak, because understand something. The protein and the fats that are in avocado are amazing, And you should try to make that as a snack and at least do half an avocado every day, okay? Okay, the 1-2 rule. If your advanced water fast was 6 days, okay, your introduction back to a whole plant-based keto diet, or the diet you want to go back to, but if you go back to the diet that you had before the advanced water fast, then what did you learn? Hopefully we're going to come out of that and bring up the vibration and the light concentration and the nutritional and take the load off the body. So if your advanced water fast was 6 days, your introduction back to a whole plant-based keto diet, or the diet that you choose, should be 3 days. So you're going to take 3 days to enter back into food. If you jump back from the fast into like whole food, okay, or cooked food, you are going to get smacked in the digestive tract so hard, you'll have cramps, you'll have gas, you'll feel terrible. You know what? Can you please allow everyone to come back to work and give them 3 days to know what their job is, and allow your digestive tract to get ready to go back to digesting harder things? And understand something. Learn food combining, would you? Okay, if life is a buffet, you're going to look like one, okay? All right, it is best to continue the whole plant-based keto diet for another 2 weeks at least after you come out of your fast. Okay, harvest the benefits of your advanced water fast. So if you did an advanced water fast for 12 days, we're going to take anywhere from 4 to 6 days to come out of there. Okay, to come out of that fast. You're not going to jump right back in. If you were on it for 20 days, okay, all right, you're not going to maybe take 10 days, but you're going to take 6 to 8 days. But if you did it for 6 days, go 3 days, and we're going to be talking about that, okay? All right. So when you come out of your advanced water fast, if you find that your bowels aren't moving, you can kick in the daily cleansing tea right away. And the black gold. The black gold will just start cleaning things up and bringing your good bacteria even up higher. Okay? Okay, so now I just finished my 6-day advanced water fast. What am I going to introduce it with? I'm going to introduce it with organic veggie broth, organic bone broth, or organic celery juice. I do not like organic bone broth. Let me just say that right now. I don't like the flavor of it. I like the organic veggie broth, organic celery juice. You can do that. You can do like up to 16 ounces of organic celery juice. Don't do any more than that, or you'll be at the toilet too much. But about 16 ounces of organic celery juice a day, and the rest can be warm organic veggie broth. And you're going to do it through a straw, because you don't want to go too fast and guzzle and get air in here and then get the cramps. So whether you're doing the organic veggie broth or organic bone broth, through a straw, and warm it up and say, hello body, I love you. Make sure the organic celery juice is more of a room temperature and not cold for the constriction. Make sure you're sipping things. You can bring in as much liquid as you want, but don't guzzle, okay? There's where the patience comes in, eh? Oh, I'm so hungry, or I'm so thirsty. So let's just try to really see if we can calm it down, okay? Now, I don't know what Nat did with it. Give me a second here. Okay. When I was in Mexico and I did my last fast, I broke my fast and all I did was coconut water. Coconut juice, water, call it what you want. That's what I did. So I did 3 days of just coconut water. Okay? Just know this. If you can get fresh coconut water, like fresh coconuts, wherever you live, and doing a fast, you don't have to do these things. Okay? Coconut water is unbelievable. Antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, fatty acids. What a beautiful thing, eh? Come on. All right? We rise together. Perfect day consultation. We've already talked about, didn't we, guys? Okay? So download the guide. Really, start reading it. Okay, just start reading from the beginning, and you're going to find out I'm going to unravel a lot of lies for you. And understand something. The Perfect Day Guide, an 8-year-old could read this and understand it. And there's not one doctor that will come up against me on this thing. Logic's logic. And all I'm trying to do is give the power back to the people. Oh, wouldn't want to do that. Wouldn't want to give the power back to the people. Yep. Like I said, everyone, in 5 years, there's going to be 2 different types of people. Yeah, and I don't even want to get into that right now. But get your courage on. All right? Anyways, you can download the pdgfree.com guide, or you can pay $95. We'll deliver it right to your door in North America. Okay? We have the biggest library in the world with master classes. They're all free. The Emotional Intelligence, Braveheart Emotional Intelligence, that's a 33-day emotional intelligence class that everyone should take. All right? We have how to become number 1 in the art of number 2. Every mother and father should have watched that over and over again. We have another one that's called The Emotional Chemistry of Cancer, Disease, and Healing, which is the biggest study about cancer if you really want the truth. We have another one there called Medical Mafia to tell you the story of where we got to today and understand something. Medical doctors were called quacks in 1910. Okay, from 1880 to 1910, because that's when medical doctors really started to rise. And the reality is now today I'm the quack. See, things get reversed. All right? But anyways, go in there. You're going to find unbelievable information on blue light therapy, EMF, what you can do. There's so much information in there. And everyone, Whole Life Health Coach certification course, everybody should take it. I don't care who you are. Okay, from 12 years old to 112. And understand, we have nurses, doctors, we have chiropractors, naturopaths, we have electricians, we have housewives, we have families that come, teenagers that just come out of school. You know, you're either coming to take it so that you can rock your world, so that you can be the master of this ship called your life, or you're coming to take the Whole Life Coach certification and actually become a whole life coach. And understand, in the first course, you could do it if you did your homework, if you really applied yourself. Anybody that goes and spends at least 2 hours a day, 1 hour, it would take you 9 months. If you really went into my information, my library and the PDG guide, and you just went in there and took it apart and you ate it up, you know, it'd take you 6 months if you did 2 hours a day, and you would be smarter than most of the natural health practitioners out there, and you'd be smarter than all the medical doctors. And I'm talking about smarter logic. You'd actually be helping people and healing people. Okay, you'd be healing yourself, you'd be healing the world. All right? Just letting everybody know that we're here in Mexico. We have what we call DOD 5-star healing, and it's actually a house. It's a 3-bedroom house that has all the energy medicine equipment. It has a cardio med bed. It has the Cellsonic. It has everything. I do all the emotional work with people. Dr. Sage Wolf does the non-surgical, and then we have other therapists that look after the energy medicine part. But you know what? You're coming down here not just to heal, but to have the adventure and the time of your life. It's always been about that. You know what? Let's live. Let's laugh. Let's have fun. Let's dance. Okay? Right now, when I get done here, I'm going to go and I'm going to do a blender drink, and then I'm going to go into the pool. And it's dark here, but I'm going to be in the pool for at least an hour. Okay? And I'm just going to sit there and enjoy the night sky. Okay? Fall in love with yourself. Do it right now. And don't believe anything that your subconscious is telling you if it's not based on unconditional love. Okay? Dr. Sage Wolf will come anywhere around the world to teach you how to become a therapist and certify you in Wolf Non-Surgical, or to teach you how to work on your wife or on your husband or your children. I mean, wouldn't it be great that, you know, she rolls over and you can actually fix her? Let me tell you something. You come and take our non-surgical course, and I'm going to tell you, everybody that has gone to massage therapy, acupuncture, chiropractor, I'll keep naming them if you want. and you're going to be able to rock their world. And you can actually, in 3 to 5 minutes, we can prove it. If you're not unraveling the scar tissue and bringing it back into beautiful connective tissue, and if you're not putting the calcium back into the bones, what are you doing? Okay? Everybody jump on our app. This is the biggest health app that's ever been created. 95% of it was built for you. And this is the app that I hope unites the world. You know what? We all have our things in life. Some guys want to, build a car. Okay? They want to do this or want to do that. I would like to see, just for the fun of it, if we can unite the world, if we can touch the hearts of millions, maybe billions. Wouldn't that be something? Okay? All right? When I leave, I want to leave with a big smile on my face. What about you? But guess what? But before I go, I'll make sure I have a smile on my face all day long anyways, because that's how you set the pace. And this is BHN Studios. If you're a practitioner, you don't have to take a course from me. If you've always wanted to do a commercial, you have a master class, okay, you wanted to do a show, or if you have something that you really believe that you want to gift the world with, give me a call, okay? We are never going to charge more than cost to help other health practitioners around the world to get their message out there. Okay? All right. I'm not sure what that is, everyone. Anyways, massive personal action, okay? That's what self-healing is. Massive personal action. You're never going to heal. Nobody's going to heal you. When people say I'm a healer, no, nobody heals anyone. They create the vibration, the frequency. You have to be the magnet to say, I'll take it. And then you put it into your heart where those 40,000 neurons are, and you hold it there long enough and strong enough, and then you say, thank you, God, for healing me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? No complaining, no explaining. Be the creator that you were meant to be. Learn how to fly. First love yourself, and then shine that light on the world. That's all you've wanted to do. And understand something. You're not going to go to hell for it. You're not a sinner. Don't believe any of that stuff. If you're not selfish enough to know what unconditional love is, and that you need to do it for yourself first, then guess what? You get ready for a bumpy ride. You put that seatbelt on, because it's going to be really bumpy. Together we are stronger, everyone. And here's the Braveheart Oath. But listen, if you have time, join me tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing the other part of the 6-day advanced water fast, and I'll tie it all together like a nice little bow for you. Okay? I am loved. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself. First and foremost, before anyone else or anything else, so help me God. Because I am, I can, I'm loved, I'm healed, I'm Braveheart, and I'm so blessed that you joined me tonight. And I'm not just saying it. Is it okay if I just want to love the world for where it is? Because we need to. 3, 2, 1. Let's rise together.